Hi everyone, welcome to Degen BJJ with me, Irish Mike, and my co-host
Ken.
How are you getting on, Ken?
I'm doing alright, mate. How are you?
I'm not too bad. People probably didn't realise I fucked up the intro last week because it had been so long.
Last week?
Or, well, the last episode.
That's optimistic of you. Yeah, like as we keep saying, consistency is key in podcasting and jiu-jitsu, and we struggle with consistency in both, so probably explains our lack of results.
At the same time though, we're doing a lot of jiu-jitsu and a lot less podcasting.
We are. We picked up the jiu-jitsu a bit. I had to take a week off last week because of my knee, but my never-ending string of injuries have come with being in my mid-30s. But it was nice to have a training session with you this morning. Like, since I've switched to the mornings.
Yeah, we haven't been seeing a lot of each other, as we've mentioned in the last one. Yeah, but it's good. Yeah,
you've been skiving off, so you managed to squeeze a couple of sessions in.
Yeah, you could actually call it skiving off, I suppose. But this time it's on my own terms, I suppose.
That's it.
Yeah. So.
Isn't skiving always on your own terms?
Yeah. Well, when I used Skype ages ago, I used to say nothing about it, but like that job was 2 jobs ago now the way I'm looking at it. So fuck them. If you're listening, thanks for the money. Thanks for the cheese.
I'm sure your ex-employers listen diligently to your
they're not
your once every 3 week podcast that you occasionally do with your mate.
I should have left it until we were about 5 minutes in because they would have turned off by then. But yeah, no, I'm back. Well, maybe unemployed, maybe not. We don't know what's going on at the minute. But so a lot more free time to do jiu-jitsu.
All bets are off.
Yeah, I actually wanted to do Wednesday with you, do the Wednesday morning no-gi, and I woke up at 6, and then I just said, I'll just go back to sleep and have 10-minute lie-in. And by the time I woke up, then it was 7 o'clock. I was like, fuck. And then the day went downhill from there because I just went on COD, and I said I didn't even bother going to the lunchtime class then.
I think the mornings have made me soft, mate. I feel like I've plateaued a bit. You know, everyone talks about the blue belt blues, like when you kind of lose a bit of direction. And I think I said that on the last one. I was like, for the first time since I've been training, I haven't really had a focus. And then the last few mornings, I just feel like I'm not really.
But you're on since the injury, you're on a bit of an injury kind of a run with niggles, not really injuries, but niggles and like stuff, bits and pieces.
I blame the morning classes, but it probably is time off for injuries. And
I mean, we've spoke about it before as well about morning classes though. And even when you're being there, like there's not the same level of madness, would you call it, or like enthusiasm? Maybe I don't do it as much, so
I'd say really speak. Well, in the evening classes, obviously you've had your day of work or whatever. You're fully pent up with rage, and you've got some aggression to take out. Your manager talked to you like a cunt, so you've got to let that out. Whereas the mornings, people are still half asleep. They haven't had a coffee, and
as two people in management roles, we've probably both been cunts to people, and then we come onto the man and are cunts to people as well. The circle is complete.
Sometimes it trickles uphill as well as downhill.
Yeah, it can fucking overflow everywhere. But I'd say I think people are a lot more chill in the mornings. I think like there's a lot more younger people training as well that just want to take their head off, and not that. Like in the morning, you're kind of like, even this morning, I was like, fucking hell, I'm just wrecked. Squish said, you want to spare again? And I was like, fuck.
You got Harvey, the young savage, though. He's trying to take your foot or your head off, regardless of what time of day it is. He'd be bouncing off his heels at 5 a.m. to rip a foot off if he got the chance, I think. But,
and then you have the interesting conversations like we had afterwards. I mean, that's just golden moments. Like, do you know when you finish there?
That is a cool thing with the morning classes, especially if people don't have to run off for work. It's like, a couple of Thursdays ago, it was Squish's birthday, and he runs the Thursday morning, and he had no plans afterwards. So he was just like, I'll just leave the timer running, and anyone that's not got to be anywhere, I just keep doing rounds. Like,
that's sexy.
I think we got because often in the mornings you'll only get 3 rounds after, you'll do your yoga, you do your technique, and then you'll get 3 rounds. Sometimes you'll do rosary if it's odd numbers, so you might get 4 or 5 3-minute rounds instead of 3-5. But normally got 15 minutes of sparring, whereas like then, we probably got 5 or 6 rounds, which I think's that's really what you want. Sometimes I think 3 doesn't scratch the itch quite enough.
5 to 6 is a sweet spot.
The first one you're warming up, and the second 2 you kind of finding your flow, and then that 4th and 5th one's when you're really pushing. One thing I would say is though, like at my tender age, doing the evenings, I struggle to do like 2 hard evenings back to back. If you're doing like 6-7 rounds, I struggle to do that 2 days in a row. Whereas the mornings I could do every morning of the week. because it is that little bit of a lower pace.
So I mean, and like it's that's probably actually a good point. It's less sparring. So if you're doing 3 rounds instead of 5, 6, and 7, you know, so that's like two days.
Do you do 5 rounds 3 times a week, or do you do 3 rounds 5 times a week? You're still getting the same number of reps, and
you're getting more quality out of your jiu-jitsu.
Maybe, but it's in the morning and I'm half asleep. Maybe or maybe not stoned over from the night before, depending who's listening.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Apparently, I heard that. I heard that from a friend. But it was good to have you, man. Are you going to be in tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm thinking of doing tomorrow. I've no plans tomorrow. Wow. I was supposed to. I would have done lunchtime today, but I'd been asked to go for a meeting, and they said they'd call me, and they never called me.
So, you ain't really skiving off. They're leaving you in the lurch, mate.
To be honest, like it's just fucking for. I've told everyone in the gym. Might as well tell everyone that's listens to us. Anyway, I'm just in the job, and I was promised a van. I never got a van, and my car broke down on Monday morning on the way to work, and I just threw a tantrum, which is what you do when you push something down for 5 months and do nothing, and then something goes wrong. I'm like, fuck it. And like, I'm not loaded, but...
How'd you get it today, Mike? How'd you get it today?
It got fixed, but after I towed it back, got fixed by Wednesday. So, you know.
Convenient.
So I had it yesterday.
Convenient. I'll believe you, mate. Thousands wouldn't. But
yeah, I know.
I'll believe you.
Fuck them. They don't have to believe me. They just have to give me a van or let me go. What did they do? I don't give a fuck either way. A man with no that doesn't give 0 fucks is very dangerous.
A man with nothing to lose is most dangerous.
Yeah.
Fight Club. Look out.
Tyler Durden is coming.
There's a motivated Michael O'Donnell on the streets.
Yeah, motivated to look for a job probably after this weekend. But anyway, enough about my personal life. Enough
of us rambling on about what's the problems in our lives. So for in a shocking turn of events, I've done no notes for today's show, and Michael's put together the notes. So
apologies in advance.
Mr. Presenter, take it away.
I see. I thought you were still going to lead with it, but
nah, bro.
Yeah. So obviously, like it's been 3 weeks since we recorded.
Is it? Yeah.
I think so. Like this is probably the 3rd week, so there will be a podcast out. I don't know. I'm just going to imagine that there's 3 that we've missed, or maybe we've missed 2.
I think we've missed 2 weeks, but equally we didn't commit to a regular cadence. People need to get used to. This is just like a little surprise that pops up every now and again, and it might brighten your Friday commute.
We might even, like, if we do get the chance and we have a couple extra ones in the bag.
We need to stop pretending we're going to do this.
No, but you need to lie to the people we can lie to ourselves, you know. And we might
just got to keep them guessing. So like they check every Friday because they don't know if there's going to be one or not. So yeah,
turn on the alarms and follow, share, like, and subscribe and all that kind of crack. You know what I mean? So, but you were, where were you? When I went to the Collision Invitational with Rory and Lucas from
we'd just been to Maidenhead after last time we recorded, hadn't we? We'd done Maidenhead. You'd rolled with Rory. He was prepping for Collision, and then you went to Collision. So yeah, that's a nice segue. So how was that? I know some of the results. I know you had a couple of lads that you knew fighting on that card. A couple of the lads from Impact as well, right?
Yeah. So all the Impact. There was 4 of them there, and then obviously Rory was there. So Rory said, "Do you want to come down?" I said, "Yeah." Jumped in the car. Him and Lucas went down. I wouldn't have thought it was something that I enjoyed so much.
It's in Pompey, right? Portsmouth.
Yes, something like that. Yeah. Portsmouth. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But it was.
It is. I was setting you up to answer the question, but if you're not sure,
I told you, I just wrote down the things. I don't fucking. I leave you lead with all this information when you make the notes. You see, you're the one that backs up all the specifics. I'm just like, I went to Collision. If you don't know where it is, follow him on Instagram.
It's at a gym called Base Camp in Portsmouth.
Let's go on that, right?
Yeah.
So what a gym.
Yeah.
There's a fucking bar upstairs with a pool table. Fucking everything, darts, the fucking lot, right?
I thought you were going to do where I set the nice maze on scene. No, they've got like this nice graffiti on the walls. They've got a lovely mat space with some strength training. You're like, great gym. They've got a pool table and a bar upstairs.
The walls are all made of fucking plywood. It's all plywooded out, like.
Is it a warehouse gym or?
Yeah, but and they've made this. It's like, I think it's fantastic. Like, but it's like the whole reason that the bar is really. They only have a few alcohol things. They do all the smoothies for the gym people and all that. I'd say it's a CrossFit gym, but not really sure because they've all the gear moved back and did like some Harris fencing across, so you couldn't see all the gym gear, and that's where they left the.
Oh, so they'd moved that to the side and then
everything moved back out of the way.
Was it an elevated mat or was it just a flat?
No,
mat?
it was right. It was flat, and the chairs were right up against the mat. Like there was chairs the whole way around the mat. Like people's like feet were just at the edge of the mat.
Many people go crashing into the crowd.
It happened enough times that it was fantastic. And they left them fight on inside it as well. Like it wasn't a case of
like ADCC style. They let them go out of bounds. And
so much like, or if it was too like dangerous that they might have got injured off a chair or something, it was not. But if they seen it kind of going that way, they pulled people out of the way. But it was like, that place was fantastic. They had a burger van outside. Your man was flat out serving food. Like,
I love your priorities when it comes to a gym.
Yeah, man. But I was just saying, like, no, to go to an event, like, because I wouldn't like. It wasn't like going to Grappling Industries or anything, obviously, because it's just one mat and you're watching all the matches. But like, I'd never got, like, I suppose like going to the MMA thing, the Octagon thing, back before Christmas there, which we touched on a couple of podcasts ago. It was something like that where I'd never been to an MMA fight before, and you know, because it's just the cage, isn't it? So it was like that, but for jiu-jitsu, and it was like a massive mat. The fucking thing was huge, like, and they had a couple of refs, and they had a fella coming in announcing the people. And the fighters that were up next, there was a projector onto the wall of what fighters were up next or what fighters were fighting, and there was music playing like as well, and it was banging. It was.
They did look like it. Like I saw some photos from the like maybe from the bar area, like the mezzanine, like looking down at the mat.
Yeah, they sort of, as the steps that you walk up to go into the bar, there's like a large landing area on it, and they had a DJ playing music there, and he had the laptop, and all the stuff was running through that.
It looked good. Like it looked like a big mat space,
and you could look down on it.
And it was just one match at a time, right? Like a proper like one of those invitation events.
So like,
do you remember how the lads got on?
Yeah, so like obviously Dean, we've mentioned on the podcast a good few times. Dean went down and won by footlock, but we just missed that. Or was it ankle lock? Someone's fucking foot got blown up anyway. But they chose to mess with Dean. But Dean was in a knee bar as well.
Did he break it?
Yeah, they showed me a picture of it afterwards, and it's like 3 times the size your foot's supposed to be. So I'm not a doctor, like, but he ain't walking on it.
Yeah, I'm not an X-ray, but
but fair play to him. Like, and as I said, like, Dean's on a 100% win record, like, in jiu-jitsu. He's never lost a match, like.
Does he do the Does he just do the invitationals, those events, or does he do the tournaments as well?
He's done the Grappling Industries, and he's done something in Wales as well. He's competed like in all things, but he's never lost a match, like, and he's solid, like. The dude is just, shout out Dean anyway. I won't go on too much, you know I love you, Dean. And then Jimmy was obviously there as well. Jimmy, who we're going to have on the podcast. The
fellow we bumped into in Brighton, right?
Yeah, so he's obviously doing all the invitationals and fighting in cages and stuff like that. And he won his match as well.
Just grappling though, yeah? He just does grappling in cages. He doesn't do MMA.
No, it's not MMA. No, it's
how did he get on?
He won as well, yeah. Another leg lock thing as well. He kind of got out of he got out of it and pulled it out of the bag. Like, he was winning, and then it was like, don't mind me commenting on it, but yeah, he won.
Were they sub only, or were they points?
No, there was ref's decision at the end. So there was no points.
So it was sub only or ref's decision. Yeah. Okay. And how long were the rounds? Or am I asking you? Yeah, I know I'm going into the murky depths now.
I think they were 10 minutes. No, they were 10 minutes. 10-minute rounds.
Oh, that's decent, man.
Yeah, and then obviously there was 2 girls from Impact as well. There was I don't know what her name is, Indy or something. They called Battle Hippies. She's called, her and her fella are on Instagram as. They're MMA fighters and jiu-jitsu, and she's actually in Cage Warriors.
Oh,
and
nice.
the next thing, yeah, she was a savage. She just dominated, won the whole match, and then got the tap at the end, I think, or I might have went to decision. I can't fucking remember. And then there was Sue, who she's an MMA fighter as well, like, out of Impact, and she lost her match, unfortunately, like. But
yeah, they went 3-1. Impact.
Yeah, man, it's very good, but like, she gave good performance in that. Like, she just got caught, but it's too long ago for me to remember. And then obviously Rory went down, and he lost to a guy that Rory's just got his purple belt as well, and he lost a guy that apparently is just running through purple belt competitions at the minute.
He looked very good, the fellow that he went against.
Yeah, he was, he done well, like, and like stuff that they were working on, they were able to take away from it, himself and Lucas, like, so.
Yeah, no love lost there for Rory. I'm sure he'll be back in better than ever.
He's a beast, man, but sure, he's only just after getting his purple belt as well.
That's
like,
it, man.
Well,
no, fair play to anyone turning up. And
I tell you one thing, you talk about nerves, like, I'd say the nerves are completely different, because there was maybe like 200 people there or something like that. I'm just guessing, but roughly, like, and just them looking at you on one mat, where it's not people so looking everywhere.
When there's 8 mats, and it's like, there's probably 3 people in that room that give a fuck about this match.
Yeah,
the 2 guys on the mat and the referee. Maybe 4 if you've got someone there with you that cares.
Yeah,
maybe. But in reality, you've got these 8 mats, and like eyes are all over the place. Whereas in that, it's like, must be like when I did boxing back in the day, you know that everyone's looking at you, and yeah, I'm sure it adds another extra bit of pressure. The laziness of me likes the idea of just having one match and it being done though, rather than having to go through a whole bracket. But now you've told me they're 10 minutes, maybe I
go watch it though.
I've paused for
it was
4.
brilliant. There was a black belt tournament there as well, and
so all of those fights were undercard to the black belt tournament, right? So you have loads of the invitational, and then the main event is the tournament.
So some of the black belt fights were happening through it as well. So you had a prelim, you had a prelim card, and then you did a couple of fights. But that's what it seemed like, because they had to give them rests.
I guess between. If it's a tournament, that'll keep the action moving. That's a good way to do it.
There was two, maybe they were blue belts or purple belts. There was two fellas fighting anyway, and there was a girl on the sidelines, and not saying it because she was a girl or anything like that, but like she was just shouting all the wrong instructions, and like. I was thinking that doesn't sound right, but like then I'm like, I know fuck all about jiu-jitsu. This is probably the thing to do. And I said to like one of the lads, I said, is that what you do? Would you not like do whatever? And it's like, yeah, well, that's an option, but definitely not what she's screaming out like. And I was like, but everyone can hear her. And then everybody was kind of saying something. And it was just like so awkward. That's why I don't say anything, because I know fuck all. You know what I mean? You really show your skill level when you're confidently shouting in front of 200 people that can hear you.
Shouldn't be doing that. There's no unless you're the guy's coach. There's no place for that, in my opinion.
And there was another thing then as well. There was like no, I don't know. It's fine. I don't know what age kids are. It's hard to fucking for me to judge kids, right? But it was about 10 or 11, right? And Strongbow dark fruits there, yeah. So the kid just arrives on with a pint of Strongbow dark fruits and a bottle of water, and like the bottle of water is empty, and he's drinking the pint at the front of the mat. Right? Probably shouldn't be saying this, but fuck him, it happened. And
it was probably Ribena or something.
Yeah, it might have been Ribena. And then he poured it into the plastic bottle and was drinking it. And I was just seeing the kid all the time. He was just going around drinking Strongbow all day. But like,
that's Portsmouth for you, ladies and gents.
But like, yeah, that happens in multiple countries and multiple places. You know what I mean? I'm not throwing any fucking judgment, but I was just saying it was hilarious. But yeah, so it was a good experience. Unfortunately, you know, Roy didn't get the win, but you know, onwards and upwards, they know what they have to work on, and you know, I think he's got another one in Fusion.
Okay.
That Fusion, remember?
Yeah. That's where they do the mix of grappling and MMA cards,
MMA,
right?
Yeah.
It's all
hence
in the code.
Fusion.
Oh, well, I bet they thought long and hard on that one.
But yeah, so we might go up and watch him at that one.
You know where that is?
What do you think?
Yeah, fair enough.
But no, so yeah, that was basically fucking that weekend. I can't remember what you were doing or where you were. I think you were gone.
Is that what
that was when you were, no, it wasn't. That was last week.
I was going to say that when I got on the session in Castle. I got injured, so just decided to disappear to the West Country and lose my mind for a few days.
Yeah, I think the week before that was that when you went to. Oh no, we didn't know. I was just trying to think. I'm thinking through my head, like, but
sure, mate.
we haven't been going away days, like we've been staying. We've been sticking about.
We had a couple of good ones. Obviously, we had the Taurus one, and then we had the Maidenhead one. But yeah, we haven't.
We've gone Madhouse since, like.
Yeah, Madhouse Sundays is good now. There's
it's nice to
nearly 30 people on the mat last Sunday.
Yeah, sometimes it's nice to be in your own gym and you know stone throw from your own door,
yeah.
like. You know,
Taurus had Luke Griffin in last weekend.
Yeah, I was like, who is that?
Luke Griffith from South Africa, and trains at a new wave. For those that are like you and aren't that aware, he qualified for ADCC last year, but had to drop out due to injury, which is I'm pretty sure why Owen Livesey got the invitation, but that might be a misquote. I think that's right, and he's qualified again for this year. Top level. To be fair,
he's doing a run around here, isn't he? I see him.
Was doing some seminars out in the West Country, and then I saw he did a seminar at Max Campos Gym in Oxford.
Oh, yeah.
Which is who Andy from Taurus got his black belt from. So I'd imagine that's why there was the connection there. But I'm not sure if we were really invited. He messaged Luke North to say, Luke's Griffith, there's too many Lukes, to say that Luke Griffith was in this weekend, and then Luke messaged in our chat, and I was like, yeah, this hasn't been publicly announced anywhere. I'm not sure if this is like an open training session that you can just bring to...
I think he jumped to the conclusion that it was not open, and it was.
I don't know. It wasn't advertised anywhere. There was no notifications. It wasn't done like a.
I think he didn't. They didn't want the. I'd say like.
They didn't want the riffraff turning up.
Didn't want all the dickheads that would
Like
turn
us.
up by yeah. But like I said, I was going to go with you regardless. Like, I don't know who. The
That
guy
was my
is.
point. I was like, Luke, let us know if we're invited, because I don't want to just turn up to what is meant to be like a private training session and be like, oh, hi guys, can I come too?
I don't think it was when you look at the amount of people that was there, because it was a very light mat.
Yeah, but that could be intentional. That's what I mean. It's like, you know, until they've done the extension, it's not a massive mat space. So,
And that's no shade on him either. I'm not throwing in, because that sounded like a jab. Like, I didn't mean it to sound like that.
no, it wasn't at all. It's a fact.
Yeah.
Like it looked like a really cool intimate training session, like a small group, which is like part of the reason I prefer the mornings, like we were talking about, is because you get more one-on-one time with the coach. But yeah, like we were saying, we passed that up to go to Matt House, but in reality, did we?
I just said I'd follow.
Were we ever welcome?
Yeah, exactly. So we thought we were welcome, but Luke was welcome to see Luke, and we were just going to tag along, but we didn't. We all went to Matt House instead.
Yeah, we managed to drag him with the riff-raff to Matt House and then into the boozer afterwards. So all's well that ends well, hey.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but also I've been big on the social media fucking lately.
Yeah, so you've discovered your penchant for memeing.
Yeah,
it's
so
become probably more prevalent. I actually said to you the other day, I was like, do you think that podcasting was just a stepping stone into your career of memes, because you've been putting far more time and effort into that than you ever have to this?
Well, the thing was, at work at the time, it was very fucking quiet, and I was literally sitting in the canteen for 8 hours with nothing to do there, 1 or 2 days, and I was like, fuck it, what am I going to do? And it's like, how do they make these memes? And then next thing, CapCut is the app, like, and I was like, I just had all these ideas just flow in, and one of them obviously, like, so I paid for a couple ads first, actually. So I paid like £10, and you can set your limit for the day and how many you want to engage.
I saw that. I kept seeing the same clip of me pop up, and I was like, this is awful.
I didn't pay for the one with you in it.
And it was one of me, you, and Simon O'Brien. It was the clip from that.
Oh yeah, I did.
Clip from that podcast.
Yeah, because your face is in
and I'm twirling my mustache, and just
like you are now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but no one can see me now. It was just one of those things where I kept seeing it come up, like, you know, when you're going through your story and it comes up as a sponsored in between other people's stories, and I was like, I don't even listen back to these, but I used to when we first started out to try and like develop and improve, and now I just can't. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. It's like
I do it for quality control, but it's after it's released, so technically it's not quality control at all. Because we can just call it back after the next episode. I think it makes it more original and people enjoy it more, you know, rather than going like every time I'd say I forgot about that, and why cut out them 5 seconds?
No, why not be on brand, mate?
Yeah, exactly.
And forgetting stuff. So
is that still recording just while we're at it?
It is. Yes, don't you worry, mate. Don't you worry. This is a professional operation we've got going on here. So yeah, you delved into the world of memeing.
Yeah. So I obviously done one for a Raspberry Ape.
You've done a few for Raspberry Ape now, haven't you?
Well, I've done 2. I've shown you a lot more that I've done, but you know.
And this is something I did want to bring up. I'm going to use this as an opportunity to state the fact that the memes posted on the Degen podcast Instagram page are not the reflections of the opinion of everyone on the Degen podcast. That's very much a creation of Mike on his own. So at what point does it stop being memeing and become bullying when you're...
this is actually a good point. But like, so I did the Jurassic Park one where one's looking and he turns her head, and then he put up, like, if you haven't followed a Raspberry Ape or you don't know who he is or whatever, like, I done the guillotine seminar, one of the best fucking things that ever happened to me.
Yeah.
Fixed everything for me. Told me what I was doing wrong, not fixed everything, but I'll keep improving. But yeah, he does this thing where he has, do you know the yoga balls? I mean, it's
like a Bosu ball, isn't it? It's half filled with water, and he's...
No, it's the yoga. It's one of them ones that you stretch out over. It's not filled with water, I wouldn't think.
Yeah, it is. If you read the caption, that's why it's a workout, because it's got water in it. So,
is it?
Yeah. So.
Oh, right. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. But either way, it's mad anyway. So he squeezes the thing like mad, and he's shaking it over and back, side, left. But it's. I was just like, I sent you a message. I said, fucking hell, man, this fella's a fucking lunatic, like. And then obviously made that meme. He enjoyed it, got a laugh out of it, commented laughing, and reshared it. He reshared it. Got, like, I think it's on 8,500 at the minute, which is like
most attention Mike's ever got in his life.
Yeah, and like from someone I actually fucking highly respect.
So what did you do after that, Mike? Someone you highly respect shared a meme of yours, showed some appreciation for it.
Yeah.
So you doubled down and called him autistic.
No, I mean, like, I call all my mates autistic, right?
Yeah, but
in a slagging, and obviously, I maybe you should know someone. Like, I don't know, maybe there's barriers there that I hadn't thought about. Because when you see someone doing this, I mean, he done the thing where he put the kettlebells on the feet, yeah, and it was just like. Right, like there's a lot of videos I could have put. Like, I mean, I don't have enough fingers and toes, but I will say like the exercises he does. No, like you need to be savagely strong, right? And you have to carry him out with a load of form, right? It's not just something someone can come up. So like everybody looks at him, right, and they laugh their head off, right? So
do they?
Yeah, man, most people do. Man, okay, maybe I'm the fucking autistic one. I don't fucking know. But maybe it's just two autistic people fucking having an interaction. I don't know. But I should have to stop calling him autistic.
I was going to say, but you're not making this any better. I'm just going to reiterate the fact that these are the opinions of Mike alone. He's huge and he's really good at jiu-jitsu, so I'm probably...
Oh, no, the man is like he makes all these stuff himself. Like he has this he had a post up today. If you go check his page, you'll see this guy makes he just has these ideas of movements that you need through jiu-jitsu, like grip. Like a lot of grip, most of it's grip. Yeah. So like he was like, if I made this, it would do that. So your man makes the things for him, and he's all these like big massive. He's like a shield, and he has fucking just look at the page. Like there's fucking so much stuff.
We'll put it in the mentions.
But no, and like he didn't even like that one, so I thought, yeah, probably.
Has he blocked you?
No, he hasn't blocked me. But
I would have.
Would you?
I don't know. If some random prick that I don't know has like done one funny meme, and then the next thing is like, I probably wouldn't block you now. I'd probably give you some shit, to be honest. But
I mean, I could take the shit, but
I don't know. I didn't mind if you release a third one with like because although you've done other memes in between, none of them focus on an individual within the jiu-jitsu. They're all more like conceptual. You know, they're conceptual.
I have a Craig Jones one, but it's not of him doing anything. But like that's because Raspberry Ape gives you content. Like Dan gives you content. Like,
yeah, the problem is you only know about 4 people. In the jiu-jitsu world as well, so you don't have a massive pool to draw on.
Yeah, but I guarantee you there's nobody doing that stuff. Like it's like these mad workouts that are actually like I have respect for the like people. Nobody can walk up and do what he does. Like
I'm trying to just give you enough rope to hang yourself.
I don't care. Like to be honest, like I'm not going to change the way I am, and I mean, fuck it. If people think that I'm fucking saying things wrong, it's probably because I can't get my point across about how I'm trying to explain myself. But if you don't like it, like. Fucking pick another podcast. I don't know what you want me to do. Like I am me. Like
no, there goes our 3 listeners. That's it, boys. Let's shut up shop.
But no, yeah, that was me probably being a bit defensive. But no, I thought look, it's him fucking putting the. So yeah, so the meme that probably is a bit bad taste. Let's call it bad taste. If you think that it's...
I don't know if I do, mate. I think if you'd have had a back and forth with him off the back of the other meme and maybe messaged back and forth.
See, it's
the fact you tried to message him, you went into his message requests, didn't get read, and be like, you know what, I'm going to post it anyway.
It wasn't, it didn't get read. I couldn't post in there.
No, it wouldn't even let you message him?
Yeah, so, because
that's mad if he's reshared, because normally if someone reshares your thing, you kind of get like a DM telling you.
No, I got that, but I'm saying when I tried to, because I made up one, right, that I haven't posted, and I sent it to Humans Jiu-Jitsu, yeah, Andrew, who's been on the podcast, and because he does memes for people, yeah, and he's done it, and I said, what do you think about this? And he says, man, that's fucking hilarious. And I said, but do you think it's, and it's not any of the ones we've talked about or any of the ones I've done. And he said, yeah, but he said, I said, what do you do? Like, and he said, just message him to him and say, look, I'm going to post this meme, do you think it's alright? So I said, try to do it, didn't work. So I just
did it anyway.
Posted the meme.
Fuck it. I'm going to do it anyway.
I mean, like, there's loads of other ones that are stupid that I thought were hilarious, but like, the one I done today about we were talking about wages, like just for a bit of outside stuff. I was giving the lads advice on asking for money and stuff like that. And you shouldn't really ever tell anybody what you're on if you're working with them, stuff like that. And then there's this meme of it's from one of the films where your man is making $500,000 and your one says, what, you're making 500? He's only giving me fucking 100. And your one goes, you're giving me 100, he's only giving me 50. And then the other guy goes, you're getting paid. And I done like
with the different belts, like when they have a coaches meeting,
and like that done 1,000 in an hour. Like,
I was going to say that was a funny meme, mate.
Yeah,
the thing is, you got to You got to dig up a lot of dirt before you find any gold, don't you? So I think
I hit it too early. I hit my prime,
and you didn't have any others of that caliber to follow up with. But
I mean, all the other memes are dirt. Like, I've no problem fucking saying it. Like, but I wasn't trying to. The end goal is I wasn't trying to offend the man, and if he asked me to pull it down, I would.
But I'm sure he's listening, and I'm sure he accepts your apology, mate.
Maybe someone that knows him is listening. You know what I mean? But
probably.
You know, or maybe he thinks I'm a dickhead, and that's also fine. Cause
the two are mutually exclusive, mate.
Yeah. Yeah. But moving on from that anyway, Ed Payne and fucking meme writing and what else have we got, Ken?
But mate, they're your notes. You're the one leading the show today.
You know, you can fuck off now and you can take over a bit of it. Oh yeah, so you sent me this mad message, didn't you?
I was like, so originally I sent you a message saying like, Mike, what's your Reddit handle? Because I was going to tag you in something. I didn't get a reply, and then the fella messages me again, and I'm like, what? So I just messaged you in our chat and said, what was the place you trained at in Coraleco like?
Yeah.
And I'm going on holiday next week, so I think you assumed that I was going to Coraleco or going to Fuerteventura, so I'd planned training, but actually
it was just some
fella on Reddit had posted a thread saying, I'm going out to Coraleco and I'm looking for some training. And from memory, the gym that had stuck in my mind from you training out there was the Verdum gym, which is
that was in the other
in Gran Canaria.
Yes.
So I just thought, like, it's Reddit. I'm not going to do too much research. I was like, oh yeah, Mike trained there. I was like, yeah, one of the lads from my gym trained at Verdum, like Malas Palmas, like said it was a really welcoming group. Like all the stuff you'd said, because I remember that conversation.
Yeah.
I get a reply a few hours later being like, I don't know if my swimming's up to swimming from Fuerteventura to Gran Canaria. He was like, I was really looking forward to it as well. And I was like, oh fuck, now I've kind of led this guy astray. I feel like I owe him something. So I went on your page and looked back through. I think I went back through the podcast actually and was like, oh yeah, there's it was before that we spoke about Coraleco. Then I messaged the geezer and was like, fuck, I'm an idiot. Like, I just butchered my friend's anecdotes. So, then he asked me for a bit of an input on the gym, like, so he was like, "Oh, you've redeemed yourself by suggesting this place." So I forget the name. It's like Is it Sub?
No, it's actually not. It's the name that it is on fucking what you call it. It's not what it's called on Google. It's called something completely different.
Oh, fair. Well, we've talked about it in the past. I haven't made any notes on it because you were the man with the notes, but I got a quote from you about it, and your quote was pretty much like, yeah, sound lads, the black belt doesn't speak a lick of English, but there's a purple belt that's fluent and he's still training there, and you were like, big warm up. But I tell him to check it out, but I'd go check it out anyway. So I put that in the quote for the geezer. And
no, what did you say? You said more.
I put the quote. I was like, just so I don't butcher his anecdotes again. Here's the quote, and I was like, just so you know, the gentleman in question has a notoriously poor gas tank. So by a big warm-up, he probably means it involves a small amount of cardio. And the geezer's responded and said he's going to go check it out. So
I saw that the next day when you posted to me, and I was like, I can't even pick at him here because there's no lies here. Like, I was actually laughing. I was like, fucker.
You were like, you fucker. It was a 45-minute cardio-based
warm-up.
Like, and I was like, yeah, okay.
In like 28 degree heat, like, or whatever.
That's fair. But yeah, you should get a little finder's fee from that anyway, mate.
No, but and shout out to him, Louis. I think Louis Mazinger or is I don't know, but
that's why I said I'm not gonna. Yeah,
he came second in the combat jiu-jitsu worlds. I think was held in Spain there just weekend gone. So. And he's won it before, like, and you know, when you press the translation, it doesn't translate 100% properly, like. But he had something going into it, like. But he said he's not going to make any excuses. And fair play to his opponent, and well done to him, like. But the man is an absolute animal, like he's fucking.
Did you roll with him?
Yeah, and he'd a fucked up shoulder, which he had surgery on after, like, and he's like, watch my shoulder. And I was like, I don't think I have to watch. Like, what do you do?
You watch your shoulder, mate.
Yeah. I might fall on your shoulder is all that's going to happen.
I'm going to be watching me. You watch your shoulder.
But yeah, great gym. Said it before. Yeah, if anybody's around that area, they should definitely check it out.
The other thing you've got on here is rash guards on the way. I had no idea on this, so this is another moment I'm going to put a disclaimer in that this is purely the work of Michael O'Donnell and does not represent me. So you've actually put in an order.
Yeah. So basically,
500 rash guards.
what did you say? $300 dues.
$500 dues.
But Simpsons reference. But yeah, so I've always wanted. I got the idea like a good bit before Christmas. About because I've seen all the Irish rash guards that come out. Scramble have done the nice ones, and there is a couple of ones in Irish with the proclamation on the back, and stuff which I wanted to buy and I haven't bought yet. But I was like, I wanted an Italia 90 jersey, like it's like classic Irish jersey, the football jersey from 1990 World Cup, and I was like, I want that jersey as a rash guard. And I was like, so I'd messaged a load. I've gone through loads of broken English conversations with other suppliers trying to make this happen, and like there's an Adidas logo on it which I don't want on it because I don't want the Adidas thing, and like I was like, we can put our podcast logo there, and Opel was the sponsor, I want to take that off, put the podcast name there, and then whatever else. So I've just slowly been thinking about it, but then he was like, oh yeah, we can do this, and then he sent me one and I was like, this is fucking exactly what I want. Now jiu-jitsu was spelled wrong and there was this wrong, and blah blah.
Was it spelled wrong?
Jiu-jitsu was with the S and the U were the wrong way around, even though like I said, this is what I want. I was like, things like that, it's like sends you a thing and it's like, with
the most respect in the world, Michael, your spelling is not the best I've ever seen. So have we
in fairness,
did you get a third party to spell check any of the designs?
No, like he sent it to me, I've looked at it and that's what I want, and he's going to send me a photo of it whenever it's done, but I'm down. I paid the money now and it's gone, so if it's gone, it's gone.
Is he just doing you a run of one for that?
No, run of 20.
Of the Italia ones?
10 large and 10 medium, yeah. So,
sick, man. That's a cool design. It's different from like...
What I want to do is I want to do one that we create together for the podcast, sell it, buy mics out of the money and improve audio quality or whatever, you know what I mean? So we can make a bit of money, but put some money back into the podcast.
Nice.
You know, so if you... these ones that are coming are all for myself. But the next ones we'll do a line together. Because I'm taking a hit on, if these could come, lads, I might get threads, like and a needle and thread. No, you need to put that together, and here's how, and your instruction manual. You know.
I've got a sewing machine you can borrow, mate.
Yeah, fucking. But you know me, I don't really like to do much of the work. Like I'll leave that.
No, they got. Yeah, I'm sure they'll come in good. Nick, have you do you know anyone that's bought anything from this supplier before? Did you do any research, or did you just like...
They have a .com and it was good enough for me. So
oh, wow. Okay, so these are literally... I'm excited to see these. We'll have to do like a video unveiling.
I said to Rory, because Rory has Irish heritage and big connection to Ireland, so I said to him, he was saying, I said, what do you think of that? And because he said, I actually have the Italian 90 jersey. And I was like, yeah, I'm thinking of making a rash guard of it. What would you think? And he's like, yeah, that sounds cool. And then I was just like, look, that's the sample. What do you think of that? And he's like, I'd fucking buy that. And he goes, so you can give me one. And I was like, no, I'm going to give you one.
You can buy one?
Yeah, it's like,
you just said you'd buy it. So,
yeah, and no, but then he said, fucking, I'd love one of them now. And I was like, I tell you what, he's got that Fusion fight coming up. I said, if they come by the time the Fusion fight comes, if you wear it...
First sponsored athlete.
Yeah, so there you go. So check out Rory Wise at Fusion.
Oh, that's cool, man. I'm looking forward to seeing him. I was a bit shocked when you put it in the notes. I was like, oh wow, you've actually pulled the trigger on this. Because you've talked about it for... Yeah, but pretty much almost as long as we've been running the podcast, you've been talking about some form of rash guard.
I think we should make one, but like
I want to put some actual effort into that though, and maybe get someone who knows a little bit more about aesthetic design than you and I.
No, man, we just make it up and fucking tell the people what they want.
Let's wait till yours come first then.
Yeah. No, this is it, like, because I think like it's colour you want. I was thinking like a turquoise or a teal, you know, like a greeny fucking that kind of colour. But I don't know. Like, I mean, there could be several options for colours because you just have to order a certain amount for the shipping to be free. I'm paying for the shipping on this one because I'm not ordering that many, but we'll see how they go, you know.
If the quality's alright, I'll buy one off you, mate.
Yeah, no, but sure, like you're not going to be buying one. Like, what are you talking about here? But
don't say that on air, mate. I've got to give the facade that everybody pays for these rash guards.
Yeah, okay, yeah. You can pay double because you're my friend.
Unless you're competing on an event with an audience, and then we might give you one as a sponsored.
Maybe, yeah.
We might let you share one.
Let's not be too bad because we only know about 40 people and that'd be all of them gone. And a lot of them like to compete. And they're like, I'll wear it. But yeah.
They can all share one, mate.
To be fair, yeah, I need to fucking get some money back for this shit that we bought. So, and maybe then the next, well, I bought, yeah. And then next thing, then the next one we'll go 50-50 on it if you're happy enough, or if not, like I'll just release them off my own back anyway. But like I think we should do things together because there's a
Mike is the driving force behind this podcast, as I've said a million times, and I really appreciate it, bro. For joking aside, this is a fun thing to do. I think that we don't have thousands and thousands of listeners, but we've got like a solid listener base now that enjoy listening to it. And if it weren't for you, it wouldn't be happening. So
no, well, sure. Like like you like. As I said before, like I might have done notes today, but like I never do notes. Well, odd time I do little bits, like But anyway, enough of
speaking of sponsored athletes. Then, I mean, a couple of comp bits to go through. Obviously, we had our comp meeting this week for the Reading Open, which is the 28th of April, which is not something, I don't think we mentioned the date in the interview with Simon to show our broadcasting.
We've posted enough about
our journalistic quality there, and do an interview with someone and don't even mention the date of the event we're talking about. But so we had the comp meeting, which was for people that want to compete. Dom, the coach, did a little talk about kind of what to expect from the comp classes, and because he's going to do 2 comp classes and 2 conditioning classes a week, and also talked about some stuff about kind of how to mentally prepare yourself for a competition, the things you you should and shouldn't do,
and the reasons why.
The reason why thing was actually I thought that was quite an interesting point. He said you're not just going to do a competition because I say so, So and I really enjoyed it. I sat there thinking why do I do this? And I don't know if I have a solid answer, so I actually wanted to ask that to you today. I knew we didn't have too much to talk about, so I was going to say, what's the first thing that came into your head?
I want to prove myself.
And that's kind of what I thought as well, but I feel that's very rooted in ego, isn't it? I'm not looking to improve my jiu-jitsu, I'm not looking to...
Oh yeah, fucking ego all the way, baby, let's go.
It's purely to prove that I can do it.
And it's not really, it's not even to prove it to me. It's probably 60% other people and 40% me.
That's all right. That's more psychotic than mine. At least mine's to prove it to myself.
No, because I don't have that much belief in myself to fucking worry about how good I am, but I want other people to know. Does that make sense? Is that the same thing? Is that the same thing? I don't know.
I don't know. You're full of contradictions today, so we'll let it slide. So yeah, that would be good. That starts from the week after next. And you've made a note here alongside the comp classes starting thing that says me drinking cod liver oil. So
I've started drinking cod liver oil.
So is that in preparation for the competition?
I'm going to start doing the missus has magnesium and something else. I'm telling you one thing.
What
vitamins.
What are you hoping to get out of this?
Well, I'm going to fucking be training properly. Like the last few comps I've done, and if you've listened to the pod, been drinking. Like one comp didn't even prep. I've done it all. I've done mediocre prepping. I've done no prepping, and this is it now. Like, it's going to get it. Like, I want gold. Like, I want to get a gold medal. Like,
we've talked about cod liver oil, magnesium. Begs the question: are you getting back on the sauce, Michael?
TBC.
Oh, fair play.
I don't know.
How long have you been doing the cod liver oil? Have you been doing the capsules, or have you been actually drinking the oil?
Fuck the capsules. My mother told me the capsules ain't the way to go, and I believe her. So
you actually been drinking the vial stuff?
Yeah, no, yeah, it's fucking, and I don't use a spoon like most of the, like I just
out the bottle.
Yeah, let's go, like, and it's a good slug as well. Like, I'd say I'll finish that bottle this week. Like,
fair play, mate. And are you feeling any benefits from it?
Well, it's 3 days in, so.
Oh, fair. We'll review it the next podcast.
My mother reckons it'll take about fucking 4 weeks, 5 weeks.
But what does she say the benefits of it are?
She just feels like you wouldn't have pains in joints and stuff.
Joint pain. I have heard it's good for that. To be fair, I take the piss, but that's one of the supplements I take every morning. Creatine and cod liver oil are the 2 that I take regularly.
I might take some creatine. You might notice some larger size on me, and I might look a bit more watery. But it's out to creatine. But no, my weight class, I think I think it's 86 or 88, is it? Is the next one up?
So it goes 76 to 82.
82 to 86, 88, isn't it?
So it must be 82 to
88. Yeah, and I'm 86, 88 anyway, so I can't afford weight gain, so...
I'm thinking about doing 82 at this one.
I'm definitely not gotten to 82.
Because normally I do 76 lightweight, but
Although I might lose weight when we start doing cardio classes.
Point one is I've got way bigger over the Christmas period.
You look it, man.
Because of the injury did help. In a sense of putting on weight. But also I was able to lift before I was able to go back to jiu-jitsu. So
you don't look like you put on weight like in the wrong way though. You actually look more solid like.
I feel it, and I always find that the times I got my last two big injuries, the rib and the shoulder, were both during a weight cut to get down, because I walk around about 78 on my average weight, like normally, I did last year, and then that cut down to 74 because obviously it's 76 with the gi, so I'm normally 74 and a half the morning of the comp. It was always that final week or two when I was like drained that I'd pick up an injury or something would pop, a rib would pop or a knee would pop or my shoulder would pop out of the joint. That's what weight cuts are notorious for, isn't it? Like, so I put on a bit of weight to try and be a bit more robust coming back to training. I wasn't planning on doing any comps at all this year, but honestly. Like, I thought, you know what, I just want to enjoy jiu-jitsu again, because comp training for me does suck some of the fun out of it. It's very. Yeah,
you take it a lot more serious than I do. Yeah,
like, I'm just working on A-game stuff mostly as well, so it's not as fun because I'm just working the same kind of sequences of techniques again and again and again and again, and in sparring I'm just trying to hit that same sequence again and again and again and again. So it does become quite repetitive. Also, I think we all know I like to get on the sesh, and 6 weeks off of that does.
I wouldn't know anything about that. How would I know that?
6 weeks off of that does does take some of the other fun out of life. But obviously with the Reading comp coming up, and then Dom saying he's going to run a whole camp for it. Yeah. Thanks. That was. What do you do in preparation for
a competition preparation session?
Competition preparation classes. But yeah, he's going to do a camp for it. I was like, I can't not do this. And now, touch wood, I've got the all clear on the shoulder that I probably won't even need surgery on it because of the progress it's made in recovery and the stability I've got back in it. So I put on the weight, not planning to compete, and now we've got 3 lads from Matt House that are in the 76 bracket already, and there's none in the 82. Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? If the goal is to get as many medals for Matt House as possible, I should probably put myself in the bracket, and also not having to worry about my weight in the run up to the comp means I can just focus on getting my cardio, prepped and get my game down. So, but then
I have a slight worry that because I'm going to go for the 88 one, that I'll be too light if I start doing all this cardio. Because I know I do jiu-jitsu.
And you end up getting put in the same bracket.
No, I'm your senior, so I'm not too bad.
I'm
36 plus.
Oh, you're masters too.
Oh wow. Fuck yeah.
Well,
haven't never tapped you. I don't need to be meeting you in a comp.
They might merge, but mate, you've been smashing me the last few times we've rolled. So
yeah, still no tap.
Managed to pass my guard.
I'm drilling a lot more.
Yeah,
I'm drilling significantly more. I'm drilling at least 25 minutes a week, at least.
Stop that.
So
stop that. I don't like getting my guard passed, especially not by you.
But
you're one of the few people that not few people, but in the morning classes, especially with the lower pace, like we were talking about. Normally, if I want to be lazy, I can just sit there.
Well, you've got them long frames, man. They're just a fucking nightmare.
Get some good grips and then just play guard.
And whereas I use a lot. I have the weight advantage over a good proportion of people are your weight.
Yeah.
So I have 10 to 15 kilos on most people. It's around 10 usually, and I do like to try and swing around when I'm in half guard with my other knee, and I've hit someone else the other night. I can't remember who it was, in the fucking head as well, or the other morning. I just keep kneeing people in the head, man. But it's because they frame in, and I'm coming around, and it's just I don't want to give another fella a concussion.
Yeah, I've been.
It's actually Tong, Mr. T.
I've been kneed really hard a couple of times doing that, but I feel like on the bottom you do have some prerogative to not put your head in front. It's 50-50.
Because if you're going for the leg, you'll come in. And if I'm coming around, it's the two forces coming at the same time, like a car crash.
Completely. And I do feel it's I don't think anyone's to blame there. You're doing jiu-jitsu. It's one of those things. It's not being overly spazzy. It's just one of those things that happens. But yeah,
because I was sparring. I've gone. People are saying you've you're doing a lot better. But I'm actually going harder without going harder. If that makes sense. I'm putting pressure where I would never put pressure. I used to never really give people the shoulder. I'll give people the shoulder now. And Like I wouldn't rip people's face off, which I did the other day. I was saying to Tong, and I have massive respect. Man put me on guillotines like Mr. T, and I just felt like it. Do you know when you're going under one way and then you're beating it, then you slide your fist kind of across the jaw to try and move it.
I know it well.
And he cut his teeth. His teeth cut his fucking lip, and it's just like fuck it, because I like the guy, and I probably have 25 kilos on him, and he'll fuck me up all day every day. And I had his back, and I never have his back. Like I was like, I want this rear naked choke. Like I wanted.
He'd let you take his back. He was letting you work.
Yeah, that's it.
And to repay the favour, you decided to smash his face to pieces.
Yeah, and
good looking fella as well.
Yeah,
he'll probably hold that against you, mate.
And he's like 50, I think. Do you know what I mean? And there's me like 38, 25 kilos heavier, fucking doing spazzy white to the death stuff. Like, but I just felt bad about that. And I think, but then I'm like, he said nothing about it, but like he wouldn't anyway, because he's sound as fuck. Like, you know, same way as if me and you had a fucking little bitch, you'd say fuck him in your mind, but you'd say nah, it's good, mate, because you know it's it at the end.
I'd say it to your face.
No, if it was really bad, yeah.
I'd call you a cunt.
But yeah, it's just, you know, these things happen. Fucking.
Yeah, so obviously we'll give some updates on how the comp stuff's going. It seems like there's a good. I think obviously people are double registered for like gi, no gi, and there's the kids registrations.
Are you doing both?
Probably not. It's too long a day. I don't like getting warmed up, getting cold, and then having to get warmed up again. Like if it's like gi, then absolute, and I can do it in a run where I'm warm and stay warm. Like maybe have a little break, like chuck a hoodie on and keep relatively warm. But doing gi at like midday and then no gi at 7 p.m. in the evening.
What if there was only like 3 people in both brackets?
I'd consider it. I'm gonna look, mate. To be honest, with the injuries and that, I don't want to overcommit, because I might struggle with one of my many niggles during the comp training and decide that I'm probably still going to compete. But
yeah, I'm on the fence about it, because
we'll see. I personally I'm not a huge fan of. If I wanted to go and do no-gi, I'd turn up later in the day and do no-gi.
Yeah.
Like that. It also staying. I'm a big believer in having the adequate nutrition and eating the right thing before a comp and before training. Like it's tough to stay
in that zone,
well hydrated and have the right food to keep you going for two brackets. But it depends on the number of people and stuff like that. So
it's hard to know, isn't it? Because like I was thinking that as well. Like I mean, I
haven't decided if I'm doing lightweight or middleweight yet. So
I haven't registered yet, so
me neither.
Yeah, so I don't know either. But what I'm thinking is, I'll probably do both. But the thing is, like, I enjoy doing no-gi jiu-jitsu a bit more, but I'm better in the gi. So
is that just because you've got more reps in the gi? You think because like our class is a 2-1, 3-1.
I think it's a mixture of that. But it's like, I don't mind scrambles, like as unfit as I am, I don't mind, but I think I gas out more in the gi. Yeah. I think when I'm fucking grabbing and holding,
you think you gas out more in the gi?
Yeah, man, because you have to hold and put pressure, because people are still faster than me and still have a better gas tank than me in the gi. But when I'm using I think strength is an advantage I have. Like, I'm not said it before, but I think like when I'm holding people, and you gas a bit more because you're actually putting fucking power on it. Whereas when you're moving and in transition, you're not really, when you're tying up and collar ties in no-gi, it's not the same as actually trying to grab a lapel, pull a lapel, I mean, grabbing an arm, it slips out, when you're sweaty and stuff, it's different. Like, you're a bit more faster with your pace than you are with your power of your whole body, whereas you can be faster with your pace and grabbing things when you're in the gi, trying to get it happen. I don't know, it's
intuitively I'd say I feel like no-gi's more tiring with scrambles and stuff, because you can't slow it down as much, but yeah, they're just both different. I find like, I don't know, probably just, again, I'm going to moan about my age, I'm finding the gi really hot at the moment, like just having the jacket and stuff, and even some of the lighter weight ones, I'm like...
That's why I wore the yellow one a couple of times this week, because I actually fucking felt gassed out. I felt like the heat, it's like the heat builds up underneath you, isn't it? It's like...
They're super light, those. I got Shoyo Roll released one that's a similar material to that start, because the yellow one's a Hyperfly Starlight
too, yeah.
So like Shoyo Roll did what they call it, like a Wazair kimono, which is like a similar sort of diamond ripstop stuff. So it's not the same as like the ripstop trousers you get. It's a bit more to it, but it's still super light, and that feels good. I got that for Portugal next week actually, and going out.
I'm going to go out all fancy and show your old gear, yeah.
That's it, mate.
Show them how it's done.
All the gear, no idea. Sticking true to form, but yeah, going to be training at Gracie Lisboa out there. I messaged the coach today, and he sent me the schedule. I think Christian and Zach have both trained there.
Oh,
they both
cool.
They both recommended it to me. That's because I knew Christian had been out there a few times, so he mentioned it to me, and then Zach messaged Zach and just said, have you got any recommendations for training? And he was like, yeah, that's the place I'd say go to. So looks like a pretty good class. They've got loads of 7 and 10 a.m. stuff, which when you're on holiday, I'd rather get the sessions out the way in the morning than like have to wait around.
That was my problem. I want
to have a drink, Michael. Yeah. I want to have a drink by midday.
So. You want to have a stroll along the beach and have a cigarette.
Yeah, that's it, mate. I want to mosey around the bits and see what's going on. So, yeah, hopefully have an update from that.
When we come back,
you're going to Impact this weekend, is it?
Yeah. So hopefully myself and if the boys rock up as well, we'll go down. We'll see what's down there. I know Dean and Lee aren't there. They're working. They're both actually working. So it'll be 2 lads that we know from there that aren't there. But yeah, it should be a good time. Hopefully we'll fucking.
Yeah, so hopefully next episode we'll at least have an update on that. Update on how the comp prep's going.
Yeah, and we might have an interview as well if we can start something before then as well. So
fingers crossed. But yeah, we've done nearly an hour, mate. We thought this would be a quick 20 minutes, and we've managed to ramble on about nothing for.
To be fair, I did a lot of rambling there. That could have been cut down to we could have cut it down to 40.
Yeah. So if you've made it this far, gents,
congratulations,
and ladies, I'm impressed. Congratulations. Just a quick shout out to the sponsors and affiliates: Degen 10 at X Marshall, Degen Pod at Flow State, and Salt Degen for 10% off at saltandstorm.co. All of those links will be in the bio. Do all the good shit. See, we've switched roles there, if you noticed, mate.
Yeah,
you normally do this. You did the notes. I'm doing this. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. 5-star ratings. Give us a shout. Anything else from you, Michael?
Nah, man, that's all good. Let's go.
All right. Play it to your nan.